Hi, my name's Debbie Gilbert from the Best Business Women Awards, and I want to share with you today some really important tips about entering business awards and also about the entry process this year for the Best Business Women Awards. So why would you even bother entering business awards? Well, here's a list of all the benefits. The first thing I would say is it gives you the opportunity to do a major review of your businesses and all of the processes around your business. Great opportunity to give yourself that time to do a 360-degree review of everything. And what a great document to have at the end of it that you can use in other ways in your business. Many people haven't actually done a business review maybe since they even started their business, or their business plan hasn't been updated for a while. So this is a really good opportunity for you to do that review. Award wins bring you business opportunities because they really are great recognition of your achievements and really validate your expertise. Plus, it gives you a competitive edge. I think that when you're looking at selecting which business to work with, you would probably be more inclined to go with a business that's won awards as opposed to one that hasn't. Awards bring PR opportunities to your door, and a great thing to be able to share with your customers. And of course, there's networking opportunities at the final as well. So lots of reasons why you should be entering awards. There is no downside apart from the work that you've got to put into your entry. Is it the right time for you and your business to enter? Certainly if you've just started your business in the last few weeks, probably not. But if you're in the first couple of years of trading, a lot of awards have a new business category, which would definitely be worth looking at to get some really good PR for your business. If you've been trading 3, 4, 5 years or more, and you've got a good trading history and great testimonials, then definitely this is the right time to be entering awards. Where can you find out about awards? Obviously on Google. You can Google awards and your industry, and it should bring up the awards that are around for your industry, if you're looking for industry specific, or awards for your area. Obviously on your competitors' websites, have a look at what they've won and see whether or not those are the sorts of awards that you want to go for. There is a website called Awards List, which we thoroughly recommend, and on that website they pretty much have all the awards for the UK and some global awards as well. So there's lots of information on there, and go and have a look at that. And also on social media, you will find details about awards as well. And if you are in an industry body, a lot of industry bodies will run awards as well. So there's loads of different ways to find out, and really do your research about which are the best awards to enter. And really think about whether those awards will benefit your business. Are the awards credible? So do they have a credible judging panel? Not really a fan of voting awards, because I think that's based on a popularity contest and not based around you submitting proper business information. And do check the categories carefully, the entry requirements and the deadlines, and make sure that you are eligible to enter those awards, and make notes of the deadlines so that you don't forget to submit on time. The entry submission process for most awards, I think, really starts with you doing a brainstorming session and really sitting down and thinking about all of the elements around your business, all the things that you've achieved, all the challenges you've overcome. What are the real big highlights in your business? How do you differentiate from your competitors? And then decide on the right categories for you. You could keep a folder on your PC that has all your achievements in it, any PR that you've had, your annual finances, your business and marketing plan, and any other key information, which is all sitting there ready for you on your desktop. When you go to put together an award entry, all the information is ready and waiting for you. Make sure that you regularly ask for testimonials as part of your business processes, so that when you come to enter awards, you're not scratching around trying to find testimonials from customers and quickly emailing them and asking them to give you a review. That if you actually make this part of your business process, then you're always going to have those reviews, you're always going to have those testimonials ready to enter any awards. And also it's just great for your digital footprint generally as a business, to make sure that there's always fresh testimonials about you and your business. Then when you start putting together your entry, make sure that you create your entry like a story and make your submission a really good read. Avoid using jargon, inflated claims, unexplained acronyms, and unedited copy and pasting. Make sure the supporting material backs up your claims in the made submission, and avoid weighty downloadable files that have to be sifted through to find your point. So really keep to the question, make sure you answer it, and make sure your evidence backs up what you're saying. I would suggest working on your entry in a Word document. Read and answer the questions really carefully. So if you're working on a Word document, that will enable you to go back and make some changes. Sometimes, you know, you'll reread it several times and change things. So I would hope that the first draft you do is not the one that you submit, because you do need to spend some time going backwards and forwards and making sure that it all makes sense and sense check it and get someone else to read it as well. Make sure you provide your evidence, financials, case studies, testimonials, could be graphs illustrating growth, customer satisfaction, could be infographics, could be a business plan, marketing plan, whatever you feel that you need to include, because every award will be different, just to make sure that you're getting your point across to the judging panel why you're the best. Make sure your presentation is good. You know, sometimes putting bullet points actually makes it easier for the judges to read key things that you're trying to get across. And make sure if there's a word count that you stick to it, and that obviously your grammar makes sense. Enter really early to avoid that last minute rush. Make sure, you know, you're not somebody who's trying to submit 5 minutes before the deadline, because if there's a problem with your Wi-Fi or a problem at the other end with the awards, then you're not panicking, and maybe you risk that your submission will not go through. Get someone else, as I said earlier, to sense check it and read it and make sure that it makes sense to them, because often we have a tendency to talk using business acronyms and industry speak that perhaps a judging panel that might be made up of mixed industry specialists may not understand. So you might have people from business, people from law, people from IT, people all sorts of backgrounds, and they may not understand what you're talking about. So just make sure someone distance checked it for you. Ensure your entry has the wow factor. If you don't take anything away other than this from this presentation, make sure you remember facts, figures, and no fluff. So make it really, really clear for people to understand what you're saying, and don't repeat yourself. Make sure that the entry is clear and concise. If you are shortlisted as a finalist, make sure you shout about it. So get straight on to social media and share your finalist statement. Make sure that you've got a press release ready to send out to local newspapers, local radio, and even if you've got a great story, national magazines may be interested. So make sure you get that straight out. And don't delay. And if you go to the awards final and you win, then you need to really celebrate that and tell everyone. If you weren't shortlisted as a finalist, check who was. And if you get, if you're a finalist but not a winner, make sure that you focus on the fact that you got to the final, which I think is quite key. Lots of people get very annoyed when they don't win, when actually they could make more of their finalist statement, and see what you can improve on next time. The other ways of getting involved with awards is you can sponsor. So we have a lot of great companies sponsoring our awards, and it's great publicity for them, plus some of them get to be on a judging panel as well. And we can really recommend this book called Winner. I've got a copy here, there's a copy on the screen, by Denise O'Leary. I wrote the foreword to this book, and the book really does give you a lot more detail about some of the things you can include in award entries, loads of advice, loads of ideas, and stories from previous winners of awards as well. And Denise herself has won a number of awards. Now, our awards for this year We've been running our awards since 2015 and recognise the talent and business achievements of female entrepreneurs across a wide range of industries right across the UK. And that little picture is the first year we ran our awards back in 2015. Seems like a long time ago now. So the ingredients for your entry, you must have a passion for your business and a clear focus and direction. Making a profit, except for new business. We wouldn't necessarily expect a new business to be making a profit, but make sure you include all of those important forecasts. Financial evidence is really important in any award entry, and obviously great testimonials about you and your business online. So we have 19 categories. I'm not going to go through them all. You can visit the website to see the list. Our categories are, some of them are industry specific and some of them are more general, like best customer service, best business, best new business, most inspiring businesswoman. And you can enter as many categories as you want to, but each category must be on a separate entry. Entry is online and the cost is £25 plus VAT per entry. Why do we charge an entry fee? Because it actually means that the entries we get are more credible and better quality. When we didn't charge for entry, we got lots and lots and lots of entries, and a lot of people didn't really put any effort into their entry at all. When we introduced the fee a couple of years ago, the actual standard of our entries went right up, and it meant that we had less entries but better standard, and that's really what we were striving for. It also prevents people from entering from overseas, because ours is a UK-based award, and we used to get lots of people entering from other countries that weren't applicable, which then meant that, you know, we were having to delete them out of the system, and it was so time consuming. So we have got this entry fee in place just for that reason. Our charity champion category, you do not have to pay an entry fee for, or for the best boss. Best boss is a nomination only category. So you have to get your staff to nominate you. And like any of the other award entries, they need to put in a lot of detail and put in some evidence and some information to back that entry up. Carefully read and answer the questions, and we've put the questions ready for you on the How to Enter page to make it really easy. And then you would complete your answers and submit your entry with your evidence. So these are our questions for this year. So the first one is about the business owner, and you have 500 words to tell us your story. In that answer, we would expect you to share any relevant qualifications or experience and why you have a passion for your industry. And this is about you, predominantly you and your story. The next question is about how the business began. So what we're looking for is information about what inspired you to start your business, what your business does, and if you have a USP, what is it? So a lot of people end up getting confused between those two questions, and really just make it very clear. First question is about the business owner, second question is about the business. So really focus on that second question about how that business began. And in that question, you can talk about what your business does and all of the information around the services that you offer. We also ask you to tell us how you provide great customer service, and you have 500 words to tell us that. Now that could be a simple list, but if you're going to go for the customer service category, you get an extended word count of 1,500 words. So this means that we would expect you to tell us in that entry what happens when things go wrong, what is it that you do that is so awe-inspiring for your customer service, because to win the customer service category, you have to be at the top of your game in terms of your customer service. To even be shortlisted is an achievement in that category. We also want to know, have you grown your business and what is your future plans? Now, you may not have any more plans to grow it any bigger, and that's absolutely fine. Just put that in the question. You've got 500 words to talk about. What did you do to grow your business from that startup phase to where it is now, and what are your future plans? We also want to know how you market your business, and again, that could be a simple list of the marketing channels that you use. Get up to 500 words for that. You must include your financials. So what is your turnover, gross and net profit for the last financial year, and ideally provide some evidence. So it could be a statement from your accountant or the printout from your online accounting system. Either of those are absolutely fine, but you must provide some evidence on that, and you must put some financial information in there. It is only for the judges to look at. It doesn't get publicised anywhere. It's in complete and utter confidentiality, but it's important that the judges can ascertain whether or not this is a viable business and is deserving of an award. The final question asks about your best achievements, and you get 500 words to tell us what makes you proud, showcasing and highlighting the achievements that are relevant to the category being applied for. So if you're applying for an industry specific category, then think about the best achievements you've had in that industry specific category. If you're applying for most inspiring or best business, then those achievements may be slightly different that you want to highlight. So I think it's really important to put some thought behind that and to really focus on business achievements. This is not about personal achievement, this is about business achievements. And the final question is your business bio. So summarising in one sentence, well, up to 50 words, that could be 2 sentences, what your business does. And this is used in the programme should you be selected as a finalist, and we also use it on social media should you be selected as a finalist or a winner. So make sure that that business bio really succinctly describes what you do. Once you have done all the questions, you then need to think about your evidence and make sure that you check the file sizes and the types of files. If you have any problems, obviously come and speak to us. Lots of entries don't get through because of lack of evidence. It's the biggest issue. Or they submit what we call weak evidence, which really isn't that relevant and isn't actually going to provide you with those additional points that you need to be shortlisted as a finalist or selected as a winner. So the sorts of things that judges are looking for are client case studies. So how did you take somebody from where they were to where they are now? They're looking for details about any CSR that you do, so corporate social responsibility. They're looking for PR and media. Have you had any PR and media? Put that in if you have. They're looking for details of joint collaborations, client reviews or testimonials. There might be, you could potentially upload video testimonials onto private links on YouTube and include links for that. You know, just try and be a little bit creative and make sure that you've got all the elements in there and everything backs up what you're saying in your entry. As I said before, I'm going to keep harping on about this. Make sure you include your figures. If you don't put any evidence, there will be no award. There will be no finalist placing either. And it's the biggest problem that we find. We've got some great businesses over the years that have entered. They haven't put anything in to back their entry up. And the judges don't have time to go off searching for information online. So you want to make it really clear and hand it to them on a plate. Our final this year is due to take place on the 9th of October at the Radisson Blu Edwardian at Heathrow. Obviously, with the current pandemic, we don't know if that's going to go ahead. Currently, our plan is to probably port anybody that enters this year into next year, or we may look at doing 2 finals next year. So depending on the numbers of entries, then we may do a final for 2020, early 2021, the earliest opportunity we can do an event without social distancing. And failing that, we'll put all the entries into 2021. We are not doing an online awards. I firmly believe that shortchanges people the experience of being part of an award ceremony, and online just isn't the same at all. So we won't be doing them online. And here's a few pictures from last year. We have our Joe Bates, and we've got a picture of Hella and Annie from Sister Snog, and there's a picture there of all of our finalists and winners, and there's a picture there of Lucy Archer receiving her award with from Sharon Gaffney from Rev PR. This is some of the media that, I mean, it's just tiny because I've got so much stuff, but I just wanted to highlight a few things that people have had. on the basis of winning or being a finalist. And we've had winners on Sky News, on the Victoria Derbyshire Show, BBC Breakfast. I've been on BBC News myself. And there's all sorts of different ways that you can gain publicity through winning awards or being a finalist. And this finalist got a half page in her local paper. This was also a finalist. She got a quarter page in her paper. This was a small article. I think it was in the Guardian or the Times about a business. So even as a finalist, you can gain some great publicity, and radio stations love to talk to award-winning businesses. So great content for them as well. We have an awards winners club that meets normally twice a year, and we run a winners lunch in the summer and winners drinks at Christmas, or just before Christmas. We obviously aren't running our winners lunch this year because of COVID-19, but we do hope to be able to do our award winners drinks evening, and we invite past winners back. So once you've been a winner, you're part of the club forever. And you can see last year we had a lovely tower of, or several towers of pornstar martinis. And there's a photograph there of a previous year where we held a lunch at Champneys. So we try and sort of move the events around. This year we were meant to be on the Thames River cruise, and hopefully we'll be able to do that next year. So if you want more information about the awards, visit our website, bestbusinesswomenawards.com. We have a Facebook page, Twitter, we're also on Instagram, and there's loads of videos on YouTube from previous events and on our website. So we hope that we're going to be judging your entry this year. Do have a look and see what you think, and I'm sure when you start to work it out that you probably are more than eligible to enter. And what a great way to end 2020 on a high of winning an award. So thank you for listening. My name is Debbie Gilbert from the Best Business Women Awards. We're all about celebrating female achievement. Thank you.